Are R-rated comedies making a comeback? Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about No Hard Feelings, the new Jennifer Lawrence movie. The movie is directed by the same guy who directed Jury Duty, which I talked about recently, and the movie Good Boys, which is also hilarious. The movie stars, again, Jennifer Lawrence and Andrew Feldman. I've never seen him in anything before, and I thought he was great. His chemistry with Jennifer Lawrence was fun. His timing with the comedic stuff was great. We follow Lawrence's character, Maddie. She's an Uber driver with no car, and she's trying to save her childhood home. It belonged to her mother, and it means a lot to her. So she sees this ad on Craigslist. These parents are hiring someone to date their son. Their son is 19. His name is Percy. He's going off to Princeton, but he's just an awkward kid. He doesn't have a lot of friends in real life. He games online, has a bunch of friends online. He plays the piano, but he doesn't really have a social life. And they want him to experience sex and open up a little bit, before he goes off to college. So they meet Maddie, and at first the age difference is a little weird and awkward because she's 32 and he's 19. And they're like, yeah, we want you to, date him real good. And she's just like, okay. And they're going to give her a car for doing that. So she's like, all right, I could do that. That's no problem. So she goes down to meet him, and it's weird at first because she's like super pretty and he's really awkward. And he's like, why is she in here? She doesn't really want to talk to me. And she's doing her best to try to seduce him. And it works. It's a R-rated comedy that really works. And there's one scene in particular where Maddie gets into it with some people, and I did not expect it to go down like that. And I was like, oh, they are really pushing it with this. And it just works. And they go out, like they hang out and they go out on some dates, but it never gets weird. They don't do like any crazy sexual things or anything, because of the age difference, but they start to understand each other as people. And it opens up Maddie as well because she's the type that she doesn't want to get close to anyone. She lives there. She's been there her whole life. She kind of like, talks to people, dates them, leaves them. And when she starts talking to Percy, it starts opening her up to new things and new ways of thinking. And Percy becomes more confident. And I thought Andrew Feldman did a great job as Percy because his character has to change throughout the film as, the awkward guy in the beginning. And then he starts to gain the confidence, and then he figures out what's going on, and he has to act a different way again towards his parents and Maddie. And it's just like you see his growth as a character, as they hang out all the time. But I enjoyed it. It's a funny R-rated raunchy comedy that goes for it, pushes the envelope with the wild things that's said and done on screen. I thought the side characters that we see, a couple of Maddie friends, Percy's parents, I thought they were funny as well, which is always good when you have the side characters show up and drop a little comedy in there. But it's a fun time at the theater. Another R-rated comedy that I enjoyed, along with The Blackening. The story again is not the strongest. It doesn't end on like the best note in terms of like story completion, but it was a funny note. It's a nice little gag at the end that was enjoyable. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out in theaters. It's fun to see a comedy in theaters with other people who can laugh and experience everything. So No Hard Feelings, definitely go check it out. If you watched the movie, let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Deuces.